What's up, guys? It's Christian here, back with another video. I need to explain a few things before I get going with this. This is my baseball preview for 2018. Need to explain a few things first, though. So you might be wondering, why is Zephian not in this video, or where is Zephian altogether? So some of these videos I'm just going to be doing by myself because Zephian doesn't really watch baseball as much as I do. He doesn't really keep up with it as much as I do, Kind of get what I'm saying. He doesn't exactly watch every sport basically like I do. He only watches, of the four major sports, football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. He only watches football and basketball, so he'll only be doing those videos. But I'll be doing some of the other videos by myself. And even if he was in this video, he wouldn't really know any, have much insight to give you guys. So he and I just thought it'd be better if I just did this video by myself for you guys. Right now I'm actually watching Game 2 of this San Jose Anaheim series in the Stanley Cup Playoffs. Anyway, that's besides the point. I also wanted to do a Masters preview and then like a reaction after it ended, but I didn't have time to, unfortunately. But I'll definitely try to do one for the for the rest of the three majors that are left on the calendar. So anyway, let's get into this. So I know technically the season's already started, but at the same time it's like 12 games in, so any of this that's already happened could change like that. So okay, so how I'm gonna do this, I'm not gonna go through every division. I have it on my notes here on my phone. I'm not gonna go through every division. I'm just gonna go through who I think is going to make the playoffs for the two wild cards and then the division winners. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to start in the American League. In the second wild card spot, I have the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim in the second wild card spot. Because here's my thing with them. They got Trout, Pujols, and now they have Ohtani too, who's been pitching. I never thought I'd see someone pitch and hit as well as he's been doing, so I don't think that there's any way that they're not going to make the playoffs, especially now. I actually typed this in, March 31st is what it said. So I don't think there's any way they won't make the playoffs, especially now with how good Ohtani's been playing. And he had a terrible spring, too, which kind of surprised me. Then in the second wild card spot, I have the Boston Red Sox, which they still will probably make the playoffs, but I don't think they're going to be in the wild card probably now. But again, this was my preview at the beginning of the season. But anyway, they are out to a 11-2 start, I believe. If I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they've started 11-2 this year, so it's a good start for the Red Sox. Especially, they're going to be better probably when Dustin Pedroia gets healthy too. So, okay, in the third spot, winning the American League. What division is that? Central, I guess. Right? Yeah. Alright, winning the American League Central, I have the Cleveland Indians winning the Central. I mean, what else can you say? I mean, the Indians they've been the favorites in the Central for the last couple years. Making the World Series 2016. Last year, I know it didn't end very well for them, but they're still a good team, and they got good pitching. And not to mention their hitting, so I think they're going to win the Central this year. In the 2 spot, in the West, in the American League West, I have the Houston Astros winning the American League West. Obviously, defending World Series champions, Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa, all those guys. They got good pitching. They have Garrett Cole now too. So I feel like the Astros is going to be as good, maybe even better, as they were last year. And in the 1 spot, winning the American League East, I have the New York Yankees winning the East. I mean, basically, Aaron Boone, I think, is going to do a great job as manager for them. I don't know why, even though he has no manager experience whatsoever. But I feel like, for some reason, Aaron Boone's going to do great for them. I don't know why, but I feel like Aaron Boone is the right man for the job for the Yankees. And not to mention, they have a man by the name of Giancarlo Stanton now, so that might help just a little bit. I don't think it will help that much, but it might just help a little bit. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and go through the playoffs of the American League. So I would have Angels Red Sox in the wild card game. And right now, I'm just going to take the Red Sox just because it'd be at Boston. So I'll just take the Red Sox there. Then it would be the Yankees and Red Sox in the division series. I'd take the Yankees there. Then it would be the Indians and the Astros in the division series. I'd take the Astros there. And then the ALCS would be I have the rematch of last year between the Astros and Yankees. I think the Yankees are going to get revenge. I have the Yankees winning the American League this year. Okay, by the way, I forgot to mention this. My 3 favorite teams are this in order in baseball: Reds, Dodgers, Royals. There you go. Okay, the National League. Sorry. Okay, in my opinion, best division in the National League is the West, which you will see here in just a minute why I think that. Hey, look, the PREDS. Yeah, you already know what it is. Nah, okay, that's a different video that will be up soon. Anyway, so in the 5 spot, in the second wild card spot, I have the Arizona Diamondbacks making the postseason again. So, yeah, I think they're just going to, even though they lost J.D. Martinez, I think they'll still be pretty good. They definitely have the talent there to do something in Arizona. So I think they'll still make the playoffs even if they don't win the division, which they look like they might right now. But I think that Arizona has the talent there to make the playoffs. In the second wild card spot, in the 4th spot, in the first wild card spot, in the 4th spot, I have the Colorado Rockies. In the 4th spot there. Honestly, I feel like the Rockies have the talent and the pieces in place to win the West there. If everything goes their way, I feel like the Rockies could win the West this year. I just feel like that's what year it could be. In the 3 spot in the National, I have a team winning the East that is not off to a good start. The Washington Nationals. So, a lot of pressure on the Nats this year since it is Bryce Harper's most likely his last year in Washington, unless he for some reason re-signs. I don't see why he would, though. Yeah, a lot of pressure on the Nationals this year. They definitely have the pitching to do it, though. They have one of the best pitching staffs in all of baseball. Probably the best, arguably the best pitching staff in all of baseball. And, scoring update, D-backs beat Dodgers 9-1. Awesome. We're 4-9. Okay, in the 2 spot, speak of the devil, though I have the Los Angeles Dodgers winning the NL West, which makes me look like a real idiot right now, considering we have now started the season 4-9. I'm very upset right now. Anyway, so it didn't end too well last year for the Dodgers, obviously. But you saw glimpses of it. That we easily could have run that series. If it wasn't for you, Darvish, we would have won that series. That's just my opinion. But okay, you can argue with me on that. My opinion is if you, Darvish, was not pitching for us, we should have just pitched Kershaw to begin with in Game 7. Because he went out there for I don't remember how many innings he pitched, but he went out there and just was lights out. So I don't know why we didn't just start him to begin with. Anyway, so I have the Dodgers winning the West in the 2 spot in the National League. And in the 1 spot, winning the Central, I have the Chicago Cubs. So, much as I hate to say this, I hate you, Darvish. Well, I don't hate to say that. I'm saying I hate to say that I think the Cubs are going to finish first in the whole National League this year. Okay, I hate you. I really hope he does terrible. I saw his starting against the Braves yesterday, and he did do terrible. So I thought that was awesome. But yeah. I mean the Cubs. I mean, what can you say? You know, they got tons. Oh, never mind. I saw Rob Gronkowski. I was like, he's retiring. I mean, you know, you got tons of stuff. That would make you pick the Cubs. I mean, they don't have Jake Arrieta anymore. He's with the Phillies now, but still. John Lester. They got a good pitching staff. Chris Bryant, Anthony Rizzo, and they still have good hitting. So Ian Happ, he hit a homer first pitch of the year. So, or no, he's gonna be a good leadoff guy for them. So. that's basically my thoughts on that. Okay, now let me go through the playoff bracket in the National League. So I have the Rockies beating the Diamondbacks in the wild card game. Then, as much as I hate to say it, Nationals beating the Dodgers in the division series. Cubs beating the Rockies in the division series. And then I have the Cubs beating the Nationals in the championship series, which sets up my World Series pick for this year. Yankees, Cubs. I went back and forth so much on who to pick to win the World Series. I knew from the start that my World Series was going to be Yankees, Cubs. I've gone back and forth so much, though, on who to pick to win the whole thing. But I feel like Yankees are going to get it done this year. A lot of people are saying that it might take one more year, but I think they proved last year when people are thinking it's going to take one more year. It's always going to be the year you don't expect it, I think, with the Yankees. Because last year, they weren't even supposed to make the playoffs. Last year was supposed to be their rebuilding year, their year where they kind of were in between, rebuilding and almost getting to the playoffs. And then they went out there and almost were a game away from making it to the World Series. So, I have the Yankees winning the World Series over the Cubs. Thank you for watching this video. Stanley Cup Playoff Preview coming soon. Not sure why I did that snap thing. Anyway, see you guys.